Welcome to the revolution. We are anonymous. We are legion. United as one. Divided by zero. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
Occupy Wall Street, Occupy LA, Occupy everywhere. So today, very large march from Foley Square in Lower Manhattan down to what has now been renamed Liberty Plaza. The battle is joined. Some unions have joined up, including Transit Workers Union, and MoveOn.org and other progressive groups are also there. The protesters are in the thousands, as you can see there. Village Voice, unconfirmed report, because as we are live here, it just began about 10 to 20 minutes ago. The Village Voice's report is that there is about 15,000 people, and they have already reached maximum capacity in Foley Square, but now they are marching past Foley Square. We will see what the final numbers are later, but that is fantastic. I love that the battle is joined. Now, people such as Joseph Stiglitz, Nobel Prize-winning economists, have gone to talk to the people at Liberty Plaza before. George Soros has shared his agreement with some of their concerns, because some of their concerns are perfectly legitimate. In fact, I think almost all of theirs are, although the rest of the media continues to be flummoxed by it. Oscar-winning actress Susan Sarandon was there, Michael Moore was there, Dylan Ratigan was there, and nonetheless, the rest of the media totally confused by it. First, Erin Burnett. She started a new show. She went from protecting Wall Street on CNBC to protecting Wall Street on CNN. Wow, what a change. Clip number one.
Seriously? The Occupy Wall Street protest entered its third week today. What started as less than a dozen college students camping out in a park near the New York Stock Exchange is now hundreds of protesters, and it's spread to other cities. But what are they protesting? Nobody seems to know. So this afternoon, we went to Wall Street to find out. And despite what you heard, here's what I saw. It's not just a bunch of dancing hippies protesting. There are all kinds of people there. Babies, teachers, cheerleaders, Uncle Sampta, and that.
Seriously? These people are protesting Wall Street. That's made me so rich. Seriously? How dare you? Do you know how many millions of dollars I've made protecting Wall Street and the big businesses in this country as a CNBC anchor first and now as a CNN anchor? Seriously? Seriously, have you ever seen anything so smug in your entire life? And by the way, are you thick? Do you not understand what are simple statements? Or did you not do any research before your big CNN show? You know, there's the Declaration of the Occupation of New York City. These guys who are doing Occupy Wall Street put out 22 statements as to what they are doing there. Did you not read any of it? Can you not read? So we went down there, and it turns out they're not all hippies, but most of them are, and then there's that zombie-looking guy. Whereas CNBC reveled in and helped to start the Tea Party movement, where they dress up like colonial clowns. But Erin Burnett was never smug about that, because the Tea Party never did the sacrilegious thing of challenging Wall Street, who she's there to protect on television. Okay, in case it wasn't clear enough to you, let me read you 4 out of the 22, Erin. Let me educate you. So, point number 1. They have taken, this is one of the things that they say, they have taken our houses through an illegal foreclosure process despite not having the original mortgage. This is obviously referring to the banks. This statement is only 1,000,000% true. In fact, there's a giant lawsuit over it right now, and the attorney generals of the different states are in different camps on this. Some think there should be a settlement, others think that they shouldn't be, because there would be absolving them of liability too much. Have you read any of this, Erin? Seriously? Are you doing a TV show? Is that what's going on? Seriously? All right, let's go to point number 2. They have taken bailouts from taxpayers with impunity and continue to give executives exorbitant bonuses. That is also 1,000,000% true. Later, Aaron Burnett went on to say, did you know that we actually made money, $10 to $20 billion from the TARP bailout? Maybe we could end this whole fracas if you just knew that. Well, Aaron, did you know that they made billions upon billions of dollars with the nearly 0% interest rates that they got from the Federal Reserve, let alone so many other parts of the bailout program, including, for example, $13 billion that went to Goldman Sachs alone in the backdoor bailout of AIG. Did you know any of that? Seriously? I mean, you covered business news all this time. So my question is, did you know about the backdoor bailout? And you're covering it up and you're not mentioning it as you do your smug seriously report? Or do you not know about it? Are you ignorant? Those are my questions. How about all that money? Look, understand the 0% interest rate scam, right? If I gave you, for example, one of the reports from Bloomberg is that they got $1.2 trillion in basically free money, which then they gave back at some point. But if they kept it as an example for a year, do you know how much money you could make off that? If I gave it to you and you got it at nearly 0% and then you sold it back either to the government at 3 to 4% for treasury bonds or in other vehicles for even higher interest, well, you would have made tens of billions of dollars according to the different banks that got all the different money. Those tens of billions of dollars for free, and you don't understand any of that, and you covered business all that time? And by the way, where were you? You were on air during the whole debacle as we led up to 2008 and the derivatives games that they were playing that were so dangerous that wound up collapsing the economy. How many reports did you do about that on CNBC? Oh, you did zero. Seriously? Do your job.